Metal Man. Definitely not Iron Man. Cowboy Jackson, the gunniest swinger of the West. One hero is no longer enough to fight evil. What is needed in this day and age is a backup to rely on. But when you aren't as naturally gifted as the main guy, it's your job to use your limitations to your benefit and adapt. Both of these guys are able to keep up and come clutch. He is Tovenaar and I'm Shotgun, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Look, out the window. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. That's just the number one hero of Leland. The Metal Man. The number one? Oh, he must be elite. Tell me, Tovenaar, what did he do? Who did he beat? Oh, I'm oozing with excitement. He kinda is by default. Oh. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. Because in this world, Leland isn't just the country. It's literally the only country. Yup. And it's a country where almost every citizen looks exactly the same. But they don't seem to mind, as they all just go along with their days in peace. That's because their lives are protected by their universe leader, the UL for short, JayJanLee. But leaving every single problem in one country to just one guy is, well, it sucks. But more people were all but willing to step in. A hunter who targets the liars, a samurai who's after snacks, and a guy covered in metal. We don't know much about him. But one thing is clear. He obviously does not want to be a hero. Yeah, it's more than clear. He never takes his task seriously, even resulting in him outright failing. Why is he the number one hero again? To be honest, I have no idea. But although he seems like a complete jackass, he isn't a pushover. Oh, definitely not. His attire is completely made out of metal, but somehow still comfortable enough to move like any other person. And with such a badass suit, come a ton of badass accessories. Metal Man wears gloves that shoots energy blasts. It's a simple concept, but it allows him to attack, defend by shaping it in a different way, and fly in the air. His shoes have the same probabilities, making his flying around all the more sweet. Despite his mobility, Metal Man would be nothing without his trusty sidekick. An artificial intelligence hidden within his mask, Jarvis. Jarvis? Wait a minute. That name. And now that I look at him, he kinda reminds me of someone. Nah, must be the wind. Jarvis aids Metal Man in the best way he can, but Metal Man doesn't always listen to it. With not always, you mean never. Nah, these guys are constantly bickering with one another. One time Jarvis even told Metal Man they had enough fuel to make it to their destination, only to mean the exact amount, causing him to not have enough for the landing. Okay, so it's a detriment sometimes, but it does actually aid Metal Man in serious situations. Jarvis can call upon Metal Man's suit from anywhere, never leaving him dripless. It can even activate Metal Man's most crazy ability, the cheat code.
Jarvis, activate cheat code.
What the? Oh, it's more than crazy, because it allows Metal Man to perform impossible feats. The cheat code allowed Metal Man to pick up Mjolnir, an enchanted hammer that can only be picked up by its chosen one. Metal Man definitely wasn't the chosen one, but picked it up anyway. But don't forget the time he locked a wooden door. You know, a door with no possible way of locking itself. This suit he's wearing is definitely impressive, making it hard to believe he created it himself. He probably just stole it somewhere. Perhaps. But with the suit, Metal Man is fast enough to react to lightning attacks and durable enough to tank hits from Mjolnir, who with one impact makes the ground fly up. He stood up from the fall like it was nothing. Seems like that suit makes him untouchable. Well, not quite. The suit is definitely impressive, but the man inside of it isn't always able to keep up with it. He isn't the best when it comes to strategy, causing him to just simply go with the punch plan, which has led him into trouble more often than not. Even his suit met its match when a beam of compressed bad luck shot his mask right off his face. Inside that armor, it's still a normal man with normal limitations. At least he got a pair of slick glasses now. It has an invisible force field that protects his face. Honestly, the Metal Man has a ton of faults, and doesn't seem to enjoy playing the hero. But when real trouble arises that threatens the lives of the people he cares about, he puts all his emotions aside to save the day.
Fuck you! You think I was this close to saying something?
You know, Tovenaar, fate is such a beautiful concept. Okay. It's when the universe has determined your path ahead of time, and no matter how the details may vary, you eventually always arrive at that destination. Shotgun, I didn't think you could be so profound. I just think it's beautiful how this random cowboy was fated to meet his best friend by getting his shit absolutely rocked. Yes, there it is. In this random and bizarre location, a mysterious individual was set on making himself king. He needed power, so he needed to control the concept of stands. Stands? Aren't those the invisible punchy ghosts that scream out singular words? Well, yes. So by hiding a golden arrow inside of sentient jackets, which was his own stand ability, he could both create stand users and control them. One of his victims was the lone cowboy we are talking about today, Jackson, aka JayJanLee. During his meeting with his soon-to-be best friend, JayJanLee, Jackson was ambushed by a jacket and gained a stand. That's right, he might have been a JayJanLee, but Jason was the JayJanLee and beat his ass. That beating though, freed Jackson off the jacket's grasp, and he decided to tag alongside Jason, determined to stop the master of the jackets. But not before he got a good scolding from JayJanLee about destroying his bike. He does not like it when his stuff gets destroyed. Jackson gained the Bang A Boomerang, which is a stand that can turn almost everything it touches into a boomerang. A boomerang. That's it? Looks like he drew the short end on the stake. It might appear like that, but Jackson knows just the way to get the most out of his stand. Jackson is a creative mastermind, able to corner any opponent with his boomerang powers. When we say almost anything, it means the only thing Jackson can turn into a boomerang are living beings. So everything that's either dead or inanimate is free game. That's why he has a revolver in fights, so he can combine those boomerangs and bullets to create impossible shots to hit. However, that rule doesn't include himself, as he's more than capable of turning himself into a boomerang. It seems like I doubted that guy before even hearing him out. That's on me, because his ability sounds a lot deeper than meets the eye. It's not just simply turning things into boomerangs, because there are special stand boomerangs that never stop spinning, making them able to fly with incredible force and even drag humans over an entire field if they're stuck to them. Jackson can even turn the item back to their original state whenever he wants. But they don't just drop like that way. Nah, they remember their earlier momentum and resume them. This guy is born a trick shotter. All these skills shine extra brightly while helping JayJanLee in his fights, as he always gives JayJanLee a way out when he's in a pinch. JayJanLee himself is already impressive, dodging bullets on the regular and punching with enough force to send people flying. And while Bang A Boomerang might not be directly comparable, he is still fairly close. Like when they finally encountered the master of the jackets himself, JayJanLee. Bang A Boomerang was quick enough to catch Jay off guard, which JayJanLee stated moves with more speed and strength than his own stand does.
Speed and strength far outclass Willie Jonesy. I can feel my arms getting numb.
JayJanLee caught a stand user with the ability to catch sound and make it appear like it's coming from somewhere else. There were literally no hints he received to know where this guy was at. He was simply too mad to care. Total badass. It's safe to say Bang A Boomerang is at least comparable to that, as his speed is only one rank below JayJanLee's stand. Jackson is definitely incredible, but what he lacks more of all is independence. He works incredibly well with JayJanLee, but finds himself on the ground whenever he's the first to strike. And Bang A Boomerang in itself has its limitations. Its range isn't impressive at all, only able to move 5 meters away from Jackson. It also isn't able to leave lasting damage on his opponents. That's why he uses a gun in the first place. Jackson is definitely more of a support kind of guy, which is something the hot-headed JayJanLee needs. Jackson has the unique ability to snap him out of dangerous thoughts and help him to regroup and approach it from a different angle. And when he does, the duo returns to the top of their game and become undeniable.
There must be fate wanting us to fight on and oppose you. Bang A Boomerang. I turned the dried up blood into boomerangs.
Alright, the competitors are set. Let's end this debate once and for all. It is time for a death battle!
Hey you, I don't know what you're doing here, bud, but you better get off my property.
I said, get off my property. You better put down that gun. I would hate to take anyone out right now. That's what I would have said if you weren't so punchable!
What? Was that it, huh? Why can't I kill you?
Jarvis, give me a general scan of this area.
Hold up, because I do recall that you said earlier that you didn't.
Man, shut up, just do it.
Okay, whatever you say.
I knew it.
Looks like whatever that ghost is punching its user. You might want to watch out.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't need you for that.
Well, the only reason you can see it is because of me.
Man, you better shut up.
Okay.
Jarvis, where did he go? This is my ability, Metal Boy. Whatever I touch, I turn into a boomerang. And despite me not being able to turn a person into a boomerang, I can with their clothes. Oh, you must... You think
I will run away now? What? You're such a dirty pussy. But you can't give me some last words?
Fine. What's your last word?
I thought so. Jarvis, activate cheat code.
Cheat code activated, Master.
Good riddance.
KO! Damn! Another Jobro lost. Or Jabro, I guess. This measure was closer than we expected, and could have gone either way. Since the both of them prefer a ranged approach instead of a head-on one, there are 5 topics to be discussed here. Firepower, speed, battle strategy, durability, and abilities. We left Strained out because the two are surprisingly comparable, both able to throw around fully grown humans. And this, guys, it's better to determine whose actual firepower is greater. Our revolver is certainly lethal, and even the boomerangs Jackson creates are able to knock over stands and fully grown humans. Those stand boomerangs definitely pack more of a punch than normal boomerangs. Metal Man's pulse blasts have never shown to be on this level. Despite them being fully capable of killing someone with them, most of the actual heavy hitters have shrugged them off. But on the other hand, we've seen Jackson's boomerangs even drag someone as strong as Jer off of his feet, giving them a chance to escape. The average weight of a man in Europe is 75 to 85 kg, 165 to 187 pounds in American terms. Those boomerangs carry that with ease, so firepower goes to Jackson. But when it comes to speed, it's a different story. Because while Jackson is comparable to Jaja who reacted to a stand that catches sound, Metal Man has fought Thunderboy who shoots lightning attacks on the regular. A lightning bolt moves approximately at 200,000 meters a second. Since it's the actual bolt Metal reacted to and not the flash, that's also the speed he is comparable to. The speed of sound moves at 343 meters a second. That's still impressive, but it's 1,000 times slower than Metal Man's feet. This point goes to Metal Man. Now let's talk about battle strategy, which is surprisingly important when it comes to these two, because the both of them need to use their tools and limitations during battle. Metal Man has the potential to be great, but is held back by his short fuse and hate for his job. He's definitely not dumb, but he's also no Jackson. This is Jackson's biggest advantage and how he could definitely defeat Metal Man a few times if we were to run the simulation again. Jackson is a quick thinker and always knows a way to counter specific stands. His strategies from far away is how he guides Jaja to the front. He is his perfect anchor. Metal Man on the other hand is never shown to be able to strategize on that level, as it's usually Thunderboy who does that. This point undoubtedly goes to Jackson. With all of that said, it's strange Jackson doesn't just win, right? I know Metal Man is faster, but Jackson is definitely able to touch his suit and turn it into boomerangs. He will be the fastest after that. It's true Jackson has the experience necessary to counter a faster opponent, but despite having an edge in firepower, taking out Metal Man is easier said than done. His suit has protected Metal Man from falling incredible heights, but it doesn't count out the man in the suit. That's right. Falling from the sky stays falling from the sky, with or without suit. While it does protect Metalman from receiving fatal injuries, it's still an impact that hurts. Jackson is definitely no slouch, able to survive a barrage from JayJanLee's stand, which is strong enough to send fully grown humans flying. But while that could put Jackson near Metalman when it comes to durability, you also need to remember that Jackson was out after receiving that kind of damage. Metalman stood up and continued his missions. Durability goes to Metalman. That's really the moral of the story, because Jackson simply has no way of ending Metalman, while Metal himself does. That brings us to the last topic, abilities. Simply put, Jackson makes his ability great, but it isn't that impressive on his own, while Metalman's suit definitely is. Metalman has Jarvis, who more than makes up for Metal's lack of strategizing and allows him to use cheat code. While we don't know what cheat code does exactly, we have seen it in action, which is what proves it would definitely counter Jackson's arsenal. Cheat code overrode a divine enchantment by allowing Metalman to lift up Mjolnir. It overrode God. It would definitely be capable of making Metalman not only see Bang-A Boomerang, but also destroy it. We've never seen Bang-A Boomerang defend against something like a Pulse Blast. Despite Metal's lower firepower, Bang-A Boomerang isn't that durable on its own anyway, being constantly overpowered whenever it is forced to defend. Cheat code would definitely allow Metalman to damage Bang-A Boomerang directly, frying Jackson from the literal inside. That means that overall, Metalman takes abilities and closes the debate for good. At least the cowboy went out with a bang. A boomerang. The winner is Metalman. Next time on That Battle.
I didn't think you were going to show up.
Well, you wanted me here, so here I
Seem to like to try things that are destined to fail.
For change, but it goes
on and on, there is no stopping. Got my God in eternal looping. Sun is sun shining while dragging. Though we don't move, we keep on lagging. King of Queen Kira, stuck in love paradox. You're moving like Shiva, Outlander. Trying to box, no need to stay bound by to the back door. Let's chill, I'ma kill gambling. What you